Guys, it's Rosemarie here with 505 Crafts, and I came to show you guys something that I made for the craft hole on Facebook. So we were to make some corsets. So we were put in groups of 4, including yourself. So you were to make one for yourself so you could keep, and then the other 3 to mail. And you had your 3 partners. So the idea was to you get 3 back plus your own, and you make yourself a little banner for your craft room. They had posted up these pictures, and it was like you had to make them about 4 or 5 inches long. I can't remember quite well. Yeah, about 5 inches long. Let's just give or take that. And so I decided to make this video and kind of go a little bit more in depth, just because some of the girls weren't kind of sure about how to go about it. So I went ahead and I printed them. And then I went back and scanned them, so I was able to resize them. And then if they weren't the right size, I resize them again. And then when I'm ready to cut them out, what I do is I put tape, and you could see the little strips. That way I could save this forever. Now I don't have to worry about it getting wet or torn, because I just put, like, shipping tape on front and back, and then I go and fussy cut it. I don't do the tape afterwards. So those are the 2 that I have. And then I said I wanted something to make it look like it had a panty on the bottom. So I found this one. I just Googled corset. This came up, and this was the color it came up in. I don't care what it had in the inside, or it was blue or pink or yellow. Excuse me. What I wanted was the shape. And you could alter it and make your own. Like, I could have just stuck them together and then kind of had like the bigger boobs. But I really didn't care. I wanted like the panty line here, and you'll see why. So then afterwards, again, I taped it, cut it out so I could save it forever in my stash. And when sometimes I put a little tiny piece of sticky tape, like you see here. That way it doesn't move when I'm outlining. And I do that all the time, or a little dab of hot glue. So that's what I used. And then what I did is on those priority boxes that people mail you, the really thin ones, they're really thin, and they're really good to use to make, like, something like this. So I outlined them, and originally I had painted them white with gesso. And so here's 2 of them. As you could tell, they're just the basic. And so you get the gist of it, is that I just wanted to paint them because I was going to cover them in material, and I thought, well, I'll do 2 layers. And then afterwards I came up with a different idea. So then I said, oh, I have so much pretty paper. So you always cover your items front and back. So that's what I did. Because we have all kinds of pretty paper. It could be plain paper, just pink paper. I just went through all my paper packs, and as you can tell, I'm going to lift it up really quick and really slow. See back there, that big old stand? Oh yeah, it's full of paper. I went through that. And so even if you had one paper pack and you wanted to stick everything just to one color, that's fine. So I tried to pick out the things that are going to be really pretty, more corset looking. Anything that I could find on this one, it was just really pretty on this. So I covered them in paper, and so afterwards I went through and I decided I was going to lay over some lace. So there you go. I laid over the lace. And then these, I was lucky to have found this that actually looks like a corset. It's an applique, and I only bought 3 of them, but I needed 6 of them because I'm in 2 groups. And so I made sure to line the edges, or I colored the edges with some StazOn ink just so it wouldn't get any of my fabrics messed up or anything. So don't use your distress inks because they might mess up your fabrics, with your hands being moist or whatever. And it works well. It got into the creases really well. And I use the StazOn in black, jet black. I love it. It's my new favorite thing. And then we were supposed to get these little clothespins, and they were supposed to be on the top, so they have to come with clothespins. So just lace, whatever I wanted to do, I did. And then on the back, I just did a shorter piece and made it look like panties and a bra. I just did whatever I wanted. Maybe they're not going to be seen, or they are, but I just wanted to make sure that the back was done as well. I like finishing the back and the front. And the next one, I used the other smaller corset, and this is the one that I did satin on the back. And then I just used those dollar roll of pearls from Michael's. And again, that same applique. And then some Venice lace. And then I finished the back. I didn't put anything on here because it was just like the top part. It didn't have the panty. And then double laced on the top. But see how I covered my edges so you couldn't see? And then you could kind of see that I didn't double paint here, so I had to add this. But that's just me. And then the next one, I decided I just wanted to cover in paper and just add this. And I cut it here and I did the panty. Really sexy-ish. And so if you don't have lace, what I did is I cut up a long strip of lace. You know, just a lace material. Let me see if I can find some. Like say just any lace. I cut a strip and then I went sizing it and I did it on the front. And so what I do is just glue, gather, glue, gather, glue, gather. You know, all the way across. So it just makes like a ruffle. And that's what this is. It's not the one you buy at the store. It's just material, you know, it doesn't come in a roll. So if you don't have the rolls or different colors, just use your material, any material. It could be any color or mesh or anything. And so I finished them off to match the back. Like if this is the piece that was connected. And then this one, I put some beading on the bottom, made satin panties. And then I put a piece of mesh in the middle and some pretty bling and a flower. And then made it look like if she had a necklace on, like a little diamond. And I put beads all the way around. And then finished the back as well. Put some more mesh back here. And finish these two. And I added some length by putting a piece of ribbon on it. So I could have something to grab onto. So that's that one. And then this one, I went crazy. First I was thinking it was like lingerie afterwards. So at first I didn't put this part, and then afterwards I was all, it's not a bra and panty. So I went back and I had to add this piece because I had to put a little belly button ring. And then I had to put some Venice lace and the beads and just went crazy with beads and the ribbons and the lace and painted the little wood pieces, put beads on them. And again, made it look like a bra and panty on her booty. So I thought this one was way too sexy, so I had to add her. She couldn't be showing her midriff, bad girl. And then the next one was covered in some pretty paper as well. And on this one I just said, I'm going to do this a little bit more shabby and add some more yumminess to it. So I put a layer of lace, and then I put some pink little lace here, and then added this trim, and then I put the trim here on the side to cover the edges. And I put a white lace on the back, a pink lace on the top, and some more of that trim, made a pretty bow. And then I cut 1-inch little strips of the same ribbon, and I crisscrossed them on the table first. And then I made my little crisscross, and then I connected them on the table first, because on your craft mat they won't stick to it. And once I got that done, I was able to connect it here as one whole piece. And then later on I added the little pearls. I just cut up pearls from the actual string of pearls. Then I painted the little wood pieces to match. Just, you know, put the ribbon to match the same, have to match. And then again, with the same little ribbon, I made her little bra straps. And there's her little panties, all cute with the little ruffle. And so this one has to be my favorite, and I may make another one just to keep this one, but I'm not sure. I could always make another one later on. So hope you guys like that. And they're really easy to do. If you guys want to join us on the craft hole, please come and do so. It's so fun and easy and easy going and easy to make everything. I'm going to lift my camera nice and slow so you guys could get the whole picture. And there you go. Whoops. Of course I have to drop the camera or kick it. It's never a dull moment. Have a good night, guys. I've already done like, oh my gosh, like 4 videos. I'm so like, high on adrenaline right now because I got some fantastic swaps from Alicia and Bridget. So the videos are going to go up in random order now. So have a good one, guys, and I can't wait to see your guys' little corsets, and I can't wait to hang them in my craft area. Bye-bye.